Well, hello folks, welcome back to this Football Manager 26 playthrough with Fulham for our beta save. We arrived back just before the January transfer window. We're going to have a look at how things have gone. I'll give you a bit of a spoiler. It's been a bit of a struggle in recent times. We've dropped off a little bit, and you can see on the table behind me, we're down in 8th now rather than where we were up in 4th and 5th. So it's kind of back to where we probably should be. Perhaps a little bit higher up still, but it's not particularly great. But the form we're on is a lot worse than that, so we need to put that right. So I want you to come in and help me get this right. Let me know what we should be doing. We'll also be talking transfers and what we need to do in the January transfer window to try and put things right. Let's go and have a look. Well, before we get anywhere, I just want to show you this, because I need your help. This is my first team screen in the squad view, and you'll notice my player names are missing. Now, I accidentally replaced the player name tab with something else when I was trying to put the potential ability and ability in there. I didn't mean to do it, but I lost it. Problem is, I can't find where the player name details are, because they don't seem to be in any of the things that you would expect them to be in. So general is perhaps where I think they might be, but there's nothing in there. The unique ID, which is probably the closest thing, is just a number, but I can't see player name unless I'm being completely blind. So if I am, please let me know where that is, because it's really annoying, because at the minute in this screen, I don't know who anyone is. It's just guesswork who everyone is. And it would be kind of nice to have the player names in there as well. It's a bit annoying. And it's the same for my under-21s and under-18s. So, yeah, a little bit frustrating. Don't know if this is a bug or I'm just not seeing the option. Help. But this is how things have gone since we were last together. So you saw that win over Wolves, really good performance over Wolves, and we've only won one game since then, and it was far from convincing. So we went away to Everton. I wasn't too disappointed with this, because I thought Everton played quite well, and we got back into it, scored a goal. I was happy with the point away at Everton. Against Sunderland, we were 2-0 up and dominating the game. Smith Rowe and Traore with the goals. Traore had to get taken off, injured at the half time. We brought Kevin on, and it just didn't work after that, and we ended up conceding right at the end in the 91st minute. Really annoying, and actually that set us up for 3 losses on the trot. 2 4-1 losses as well, which was a bit of a disaster. Here away against Spurs, we were dreadful. Marlon got himself a goal, but and took the lead, but after that we were just not in it. And exactly the same thing happened here against City. Adama Traore, lovely goal from the winger, but we conceded 4 goals after that and just didn't look in it, and we were second best for the entire rest of the match. Against Crystal Palace, this was a much better match, but Tom Kearney got sent off after 56 minutes, and they pretty much scored a few minutes after that, and we just couldn't get back into it after that. Against Burnley, this was our win. Rodrigo Muniz, he said he wanted some game time, so we gave him that. He came on, scored a goal, which was pretty good. Similar message from Raul Jimenez, who said he's not getting enough game time, so we brought him on after Muniz got injured, and he scored. So clearly that's what we need to do. Bring them on when they're complaining, and they will score for us. But it does mean we've picked up 6 points in 7 games, which I don't think is particularly good. And we're going to be going away to West Ham, who are not the usual rubbish at the minute. They're 14th. So that might be a bit of a struggle. But we have changed things tactically for this match. Let's have a look what we've done. Okay, so what we have decided to go for here is we want to try and utilise the players that we've got and who can score goals, because it's not working at the minute. We're not creating lots of chances. We've also got the problem of we've got pretty much an entire team out injured. You can see Chukwuezi's out, Josh King long-term absent, Cuenca's out, Traore is suspended, Kearney's suspended, Sander Berg's out, and then we got Bassi, Iwobi and Chukwuezi all out on international duty until mid-January. So what's that? 9 players, 8 players out, and so it does mean in terms of our central midfield options, we are really limited. We've got Unwoko, who's come in from our from our youth team and or our under-21s, who doesn't look terrible. I'm not sure if he's ready to make the step up here. He's done okay, but it's a big thing to get lots of starts in the Premier League. We've also had to bring in Works from our youth team and Origin as well. So there's lots of these youngsters sort of coming in, getting an opportunity, but none of them really feel good enough for it. So what we've done is we've pushed up, instead of playing Smith Rowe just in behind, who was clearly the best player that we have in terms of creating chances. Not recently though, so we've moved him out left because we just don't have options. And Kevin, I love the guy, but he is so weak on the ball. He just gets pushed off the ball all the time, and he doesn't have that power that Traore's got to burst past them. So every time he comes on, he loses the ball, and he's just generally disappointing. So we're going to try and play in possession as a front two, but then out of possession, Marlon is going to drop back behind Jimenez in that kind of midfield role, and hopefully that gives us a little bit more solidity there. The other thing you'll notice that in possession, Lukic is going to step forward, but when we get out of possession, then he drops back into that to make it a more solid midfield option. So hopefully that gives us a little bit more creativity. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm not sure whether it will work or not, but we're going to give it a go in this game against West Ham. Wish me luck, folks. We'll dive in. And let me know about that squad view issue, because it's really annoying. Right, here we go. Obviously, Jared Bowen is the big issue that we might have here. But there's potentially other issues in this squad. They're currently sitting in 13th, but they would go ahead of us if they win this game. We want to stay in front of them. Let's mark tightly to Jared Bowen if we can. And we'll see what we can do with this formation. Can we create? We're actually getting good possession, which is interesting. That's not normally our thing. But if it gives us a little bit more option to having that extra player in the middle, just gives us that option to be creative. I'm just not sure if it will mean that on the transition, if that maybe teams against us might have a little bit more opportunity to break. But yeah, nice shot there. There's nothing really happened. 9 minutes in, not really created much. We cleared it. First opportunity, and that's what Jimenez brings. Didn't do much there, but he does clear the ball nicely, and we're just getting in the way of opportunities. And this is kind of what we want to do, but we want to break quickly. That's the kind of ideal thing. It doesn't look like we're doing that so well at the minute. Yet to have a shot. Bournemouth going 1-0 again up at Brentford. There you see. So I'm sort of thinking about what do we do in terms of players, and I feel the one place that we are lacking in quality is in centre-back, and that's really what I'd like to have a little bit more of. Well, that's nicely done. Lukic does well, and that's kind of that's what we want from him. Well, some of them running with it. I do like him as a player, but yeah, I think a decent centre-back might be the player that we really need to get, because Anderson I like, but the other players I'm not convinced with. And I think if we could have a solid, dear me, Walker-Peters should have done a lot better. Somerville might be coming off. Yeah, if we could get a really solid player to go alongside Anderson, and then we get rid of a couple of our centre-backs, I think that would be a great option. Everton 2-0 up at Burnley. We're still yet to have done much in this match so far. Tactics certainly doesn't seem to have worked just yet. But we don't have Traore, we don't have Iwobi, so we're obviously going to have a little bit of an issue. Leno doing a bit of ball juggling there, but he drops on it. And I was hoping the long ball up, when we do it, would get up to Jimenez and that might be something that works. But so far, seen very, very little. Well, here's Robinson. Is there a chance to maybe get into it? But yeah, again, tries to beat his man, loses it, and we don't have like Traore there to cause trouble. We've won it back off him, and then that's going to be a yellow card, isn't it? It just pulled him back. Oh dear. It is concerning. It is concerning. The minute this really hasn't worked as I had hoped it might. Make us a little bit more sort of chance creative going forward. Diop's getting another game. I'm not convinced with Diop in the slightest, but there we go. Smith Rowe, he's done a little bit. Oh, just wide. But it's all that comes from individual quality, and you know, it needs to be team quality, doesn't it? Not just individual quality. So we get to half time, it's 0-0. You've got to say that West Ham have been the better side. Right, we've taken Jimenez off being a target forward. We've just taken him off that and just put him as a deep line forward, and just hopefully he can use his strength to hold up the play. He's not the biggest guy, is he? But maybe that's the better thing. I mean, he is a good header of the ball, but maybe he isn't massive. You always kind of forget. Harry Wilson is certainly not massive and loses the ball yet again. That's a lovely ball into Somerville. Oh, they've won it back. Lovely from Anderson there. But look at that. That's absolute dreadful stuff. And Leno again, just losing the ball with the pass. It's just not good enough at all. Right, it's all changed. We're going to go Sessegnon down the left side, Kevin down the right side, and Rodrigo Muniz is going through the middle. Whole change in... We're not changing the system, we're changing personnel. This is possibly a silly thing, but we can go back to our previous system, maybe, or we try something, or we try something else. But we've got some fresh legs on. They'll all be desperate to have an opportunity. I mean, Kevin, as I say, he has got that individual skill. And maybe he's the sort of player that can just worry West Ham, because we don't have Traore, who is very capable of beating players. And I don't see that that's happening too often from the likes of Wilson or Smith Rowe. Neither of them have done a pretty good. Neither has done a good job there. But here's Ward-Prowse. Just one. I want some shots. I want to see something happen for us. Nicely done. Oh, Fulkrug is gone down. That is a nasty place to give it away. A free kick. It's the youngster Chibuksu. This could be a goal. This could be a goal with Ward-Prowse's ability. He didn't go for it. Wow, that is a surprise. There we go. Right, another change. We're putting Muniz up top on his own. Jimenez is going to play in behind now. And we'll see whether that makes a difference. So we still haven't made the 67 minutes in. Not made. We're also making a tactical switch in as much as we're going to be playing slightly wider, just to try and use the wingers a bit more. And there's Kevin losing the ball. That's what he does. That's what he's best at. Oh dear. It does feel almost whatever we're doing, it isn't working. And that's... It doesn't say much for my managerial ability, but you can't say we're not trying. Come on. That's a dangerous challenge just to go in like that. And Bowen's got the ball. Oh my God, how have we not conceded? And yet another absolute glorious chance for West Ham. If they were capable of any way of creating chances and scoring them, they would be about 3-0 up by now. But yeah, we're clearing it to Kevin, are we? Is that what we're up to? Yeah, again, it's coming back. It's coming back. Oh, full back being absolutely beaten all ends up there. Oh, we cleared it. But back in it goes. Over the top. My God. What do we do? What do we do? Right, we're going to go more direct. We're going to try and pick out the front players, pick out the wide players, sort of deep, because it's trying to play through West Ham is not working. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my. It's been coming. I mean, let's be honest. 82 minutes in, and we have been not in this game at all. We made West Ham look outstanding, and they are far from that. So, yeah, nobody has kind of come on and done what they need to, and I think tactically it's been a bit of a disaster. But we're still not out of the game, which is the shock. I don't think we've seen a highlight because we keep passing the ball back to them again and again and again. But I mean, they have been so poor in terms of just playing the ball over and over and over and over the bar. What can I say? We need to do something different. I need your thoughts down in the comments. What should we do with this Fulham side? I mean, it might be that all of our creative players are out injured at the minute. So all of our ability to go forward is kind of scuppered. That's what I'm hoping. But to concede 20 shots to West Ham, 7 on target, well done goalkeeper, got to say. But we were horrific. We're really, really bad. What I can safely say is that particular approach, that tactical approach, I will not be using that again because it did nothing. I was trying to be a bit creative, but if anything, I think it just confused the players. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do we go back to something a little bit more sensible? How do we make this work? What do we do? Right, folks, let's see what that's done. So this is the table. We're down to 10th now. West Ham haven't gone past us, which is pleasing, but we need to play a lot better than that if we're hoping to improve. And it just feels like we're on a real downer at the minute. I can't quite work out what to do with it. So I think we're going to have to think carefully about what we're doing tactically. And it might well be that we have to bring a couple of players in, maybe some players with a bit more creativity, because we're relying so much on Adama Traore to be that creative outlet, and he does it so often. And Smith Rowe, he's not a winger. He's not a winger. He does much better in behind than he does on either side, and that's what we found. Kevin's not strong enough to play out there at the minute, so we've got to find another way to do it. And I guess we wait for players to come back, but we don't want to lose lots and lots of games until that happens. So maybe I think we need a couple of players out, a couple of players in during the transfer market. Let me know your thoughts on who those should be. Let me know your thoughts on what tactic we should be using, and anything else you want to put in the comments as well. But yeah, a bit of a rubbish episode, if I'm honest. After a really solid start to the season, it's starting to go downhill. So we'll see if we can get ourselves out of this funk. See you next time. Bye.